My name is John, play guitar for Forest Wars.
I'm Josh, I'm the vocalist of Forest Wars. I want to show you our van.
This is Mike White. He's filling in for drums on this tour. And as you can see, our van's a pretty big wreck. There's trash everywhere. I don't know, random junk.
It's clothes laying everywhere and trash. We've been in here for 8 days now, so we haven't really cleaned anything. We barely cleaned ourselves, so.
Yeah. The stereo's garbage, so we've got the JBL Mike brought with him. It's nice to have.
We were just listening to a bunch of Kid Rock on the way here.
Kid Rock and Limp Bizkit. Got today.
Music-wise, though, it's like we all listen to a bunch of different stuff. Like it's never.
It's a really wide range.
Yeah, like strictly heavy stuff. He was driving the other day, and we were listening to 90s like neo-traditional country and stuff like that. Like we're into like a lot of really weird stuff that you wouldn't think that heavier bands would be into and stuff. And it's nice to like listen to that stuff, especially coming down from a show, you know, because it's nonstop with heavy music like that we play. So we kind of try to calm down by not listening to heavy stuff right after a show or anything like that, because we still got to sleep, you know, at some point.
A lot of Russian circles while I'm driving.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like I pretty much live up here.
The Red Bulls laying around.
Somebody has to, since we don't have like enough seats for everybody, someone has to sleep across the junk food thing and everything, and it's horrible. So we trade off because it's the worst sleep ever. It sucks so bad. We broke it. It's real shitty. It sucks.
I slept in the trailer one night instead of sleeping up here.
Yeah, and it's been really cold, so it's fucking sucked real bad.
Tissues, necessity.
Sick. Been sick. I've had bronchitis this entire tour. It's been great.
Empty ball of Fireball. Just a couple can openers.
There's really not a whole lot in here because we've been
peanuts.
Surviving off of like chips.
We ate all the chips. Yeah, all the chips are gone.
Peanut butter sandwiches.
Yeah. Classic.
It's been just trash food. Like I've probably the only person in DIY tour history that's probably like gained weight going on tour, because I've just been eating trash, just straight shit the entire time. Slim Jims nonstop. We had a box of like 300 Slim Jims, and that's all we ate for like the first like 2 days. It was gross.
Slim Jims and Fritos.
Yeah, it was fucking real gross.
We split up the driving pretty evenly, I feel like, this tour, between the three of us. And yeah, we pretty much always have someone navigating.
Plus, it's good to have someone at late night drives.
Yeah.
Stay, keep someone else awake just to make sure. Especially hauling a trailer, 6x12 trailer full of gear, and driving late at night. And because like the first show that we were on, or not actually, starting the second half of the tour, something fell out of the back of a truck that was in front of us and busted our tire on the way to the show. And
70 miles an hour.
70 miles an hour. And like we almost wrecked. Like it was fucking crazy. And so we had to like slam on the brakes, and that's when we really figured out like, oh shit, like this is actually a lot of weight. So, we like to keep somebody awake by having someone sit passenger with them and stuff. And plus navigation too, you need somebody to help with that shit while everyone else is either, asleep or winding down or whatever. This is Ethan. He's like the merch guy that's on this tour, and he's a photographer, so he's been shooting a lot.
Bent Photography, Ohio.
There you go. He's been just like hanging out and going with us on this run to take like photos and stuff. We've never taken anybody like that usually. We kind of just stick to what we, just us because of the room stuff. But it's been fun, man. He runs his mouth too much, but other than that, like, it's fun. And that's Nicky. He's the guitar player, who's my younger brother. But like sleeping wise, it's weird because like we usually keep this as like just storage shit. We just kind of throw whenever, because those get filled up first is the last one. So we just like, well, everyone's shit that they're not using for anything, they just throw it up here. And then, the driver and the passenger. But like, it's just shit. There's a sleeping bag that Ethan bought. And, it accumulates trash too. Like there's just, whenever like no one's using, it's just an accumulation of everybody's shit in one seat, and then when it's time to like go to sleep, we kind of just like dole it out to who's shit, because we've been switching since someone has to sleep up front. We've been switching who sleeps where. Like no one has a strict bench seat for this tour. I usually do either like this one when I do sleep. I did this one I think the first 2 days, and then I flipped to the third one like 2 days after that, and then I had to do this, the front shit seat. But we've just been bouncing around. I do prefer this one though, because it's closer to the door. And if I need to let somebody else out that's asleep, I can just kind of reach over and like unlock the door, like press the unlock button and kind of climb out and let them out. Those two seats are the worst, I think, because you have to climb over people in order to get out since our doors broke. So that's fucking really bad.
Back here in the back, we keep these blue mats. Mike brought these, actually. They've been really nice for whoever has to sleep in the front seat. That's cool. Got our tire iron and all that. Just some dirty clothes. My shoes, half-drank tea up in there. Yeah, pretty standard bags and trash. We try to hang some Walmart bags on the armrests so we can keep trash in those, even though most of it still ends up on the floor. Got spare tires, which really came in handy. Toolbox in case the guitar breaks a string or something. Some my dirty clothes.
Yeah, that was a nice little addition to this tour as we started hanging stuff. Before we just had this big giant like gym clothes bag. We were just throwing like all of our dirty clothes in, and it was during the summer tour, and it was bad. It was real bad. Whole trailer smelled was nasty. Everybody's shit was all stacked into one thing, so we started hanging everybody's individual stuff up, and it's been awesome. It's definitely helped like us keep stuff organized.
Yeah.
And just hanging stuff in general, just knowing where things are at has been great. We've stepped up our organization game a lot for this tour.
Yeah, like hanging the
you couldn't tell by looking in the van, but
hanging the gas cans and stuff up back there versus having the cables and all that up in the van. Like, it's nice keeping it back here and hung up.
And we're also running full stacks this time. We've never
We don't have a bass player for this tour.
Yeah, we don't have a bass player for this tour, so we're running full stacks for the guitars.
Which is new for us.
Yeah, very new for us, and I like it a lot. We've never done it before, and I think it's great. It sounds so heavy. It's just loud as fuck.
Yeah. This is also where we shower for the most part.
Yeah.
Come in, just move the kick drum up on top of the cab and get your baby wipe shower.
Yeah, that's one thing I feel like a lot of people that don't do this type of touring, they don't understand that, you don't shower, usually as often as you want to. So you have to, like, after shows, you just kind of wash with baby wipes and stuff. You have to. It's just,
you gotta make do somehow.
Yeah, it's just the way it works. And brush your teeth with bottles of water and just real trashy stuff. But it takes a certain mentality to be able to do this type of stuff, especially bands that do it a lot, like are just 9 out of 12 months of the year just touring. Yeah, thanks for checking out our van. It's nothing special, but it gets us where we need to be. It's our home away from home, I guess. If you can, check out our Bandcamp, forestwars.com or forestwars.bandcamp.com. We're on Spotify. Our new EP just released, so that's on there. Both EPs are on there. We got Facebook. Find us on Facebook and Twitter. We come across all of that, so just
Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram. Just find us on all that stuff, and I don't know, message us and check out our stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm personally a photographer too, so I try to post a lot about our band stuff on Instagram, so you can find actual candid photos from shows and tour stuff that I've done personally that I post on all this stuff. So it's really cool to see the inside of real candid moments of how we live, basically. So yeah, definitely check all of our stuff out, and I don't know, hope you like it.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out.